Come down, if you can come down to the front with us, please. Good evening, Minister Keynes, and we have U.S. Consul Connie Dearman here with us as well. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, for me, because I've been processing the nature of this exhibition a lot, I've been exhibiting now, or doing installations for almost 45 years, starting in Toronto. This show moves me in a way I cannot even begin to get to grips with. It may be the most important thing that I have done in 45 years. Thank you. And I would like to thank the minister. We were talking about the idea of access to galleries and just space in general. And I've not forgotten, may I call you Wayne? Wayne popped up out of his chair and said, "Tom, I have a brilliant idea." And within a nanosecond, I agreed. And no matter what our program was in the Rick Farry's gallery, we were pushing everything aside to make sure that we had a night like tonight. Thank you, all your students. Thank you, parents, for encouraging your children. And thank you, Wayne, so much for believing in our gallery that it is ours and all of Bermuda's to share and enjoy for many years to come. And I do hope that you will take on the statesman that these kids have been making. Thank you very much.
The U.S. Consul General, Mr. Dearman, Mr. Juan Wolf, Senior Magistrate, Maxine Anderson, Magistrate, and Mr. Cole Simons, JPMP. If there are any other MPs, I'd like to acknowledge you as well. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to Tom and the Masterworks Foundation for the opportunity for us to be here and to showcase some of the talent in Bermuda. As Tom said, this is actually quite significant as well. I remember just when we were at the teeter of 2019 turning into 2020, we were really, excited is not the right word, it was noteworthy that we were not having any gang-related murders for that year. The reason why we were up to 13 at one point, and the country was really riveted and concerned with what was happening with reference to gun violence. I went to the Westgate Correctional Facility last week, and I sat with approximately 35 young Bermudian men who are doing sentences of over 25 years for murder or manslaughter in Bermuda. And it was a significant occurrence for me to sit in that atmosphere, to have the opportunity to talk with them and share with them. And I reflect on where we are tonight, the other end of the spectrum, with our young people who are sharing their experiences, what it looks like, what it feels like. I remember when we did Live, Love, Life through music, and you will see them in a minute and thank you to Ms. Duke, the principal of the Delwood Middle School, a phenomenal leader. Thank you for the opportunity for us to see what you do and your team does. Ms. Bailey, another thespian in our community that has always been leading our young people, but their team put together something, and the first time when I saw it performed, we were in tears and speechless, and it reminded me of the voice of our young people. And so when we went through Live, Love, Life with the spoken word and poetry, we felt that we could do a similar thing through art. Our young people processing the pain, processing the hurt, having the opportunity to share what it means like for them living in a country that is going through difficult sets of circumstances. I actually didn't consider something that Tom said, that they don't have a vote. And so sometimes the only way they can express themselves is through talking to us. And on this occasion, we're going to see what they feel about this complex issue through art. And I'd like to thank you for coming out to support this initiative tonight. I would like to highlight, if you look back on the staff, there is Darren Woods. Darren Woods is our education. He does all the education for our gang violence reduction team. Darren is a phenomenal man. He leads up all our programs within our ministry. Pastor Leroy Bean is the gang violence reduction coordinator. He actually has the flu tonight and he cannot be here. I'd like to thank the team and Renee and everyone that works really hard on the team. Tonight, you have the opportunity to see some of our talented young people. They will open up the art exhibit tonight. We, at a later stage, will be giving away some prizes, Tom, for this. And we believe that every one of our young people who entered in this exhibit. Deputy Governor, nice to see you. Thank you for coming, man. We believe that everyone in our community that has participated in this endeavor is worthy to be celebrated, and we're going to highlight that throughout this week. Please encourage, if you're a teacher, if you're a community person, over the next week, let's bring a number of our students back. I wasn't too artsy-fartsy growing up, and I got into the art world later in life, and I remember going to the Rembrandt Museum. My now wife, my then girlfriend, was trying to impress me and took me to the Rembrandt Museum, and I remember that igniting something within me in a different phase of my existence. So it's really nice to partner with Tom. I always admire Tom and what he's doing in our community, and his ties and his vest always also draw me very closely to him as well. But I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I see a number of different people from different elements in our community. Some people that work for children, some people that work through the courts. And I think that's what I like so much about Bermuda. There are so many different elements that weave the tapestry of who we are as a country. And that's something that we have to celebrate. Huge opportunity for us to be encouraged with life tonight. Live, love, life. Yeah, we could celebrate life tonight. Let's celebrate our young people. Let's be happy. Let's look at these paintings and let's derive hope. Let's derive love from each other tonight. And I would like to celebrate Miss Bailey and her team. Thank you for that you've done. You pour into our young people, and I think we will all get tonight to celebrate with them tonight. Thank you to everyone for coming out.
And I would like to thank you, Mr. Minister, for the opportunity to provide such an experience for these young people. I am Miss Bailey, the drama teacher at Delwood Middle School, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce to all of you a very special group of young people who have transitioned from Delwood Middle School, and they are now high schoolers, but it has been a privilege to actually accept the invitation to come back and present at the art exhibition, Live, Love, Life, and have our young people present for you. So this evening, you will see a snippet of the live performance that they presented on the evening, and the performance actually developed into a campaign that the young people ran with. So post the performance, you will actually hear a full recording of the entire performance that they then transformed into a video public service announcement. So without further ado, I present to you the young people, my babies, of Save Our Sons.
Wait! We know, it's time to discuss this situation, of multiple retaliations, of Muslims and share relations. Shit! So quick!
Excuses for these abuses.
I'm being the community that says we choose life, we choose love, no weapon of gun shall take our sons, but we are one community, one people, one in unity.
So stop the violence that's plaguing our streets.
Stop!
Stop us causing out a feast.
Stop and be the one, the sun,
Light that saves our sons.
Stop!
Be the key.
The peace to unite our community.
2009.
50 black men incarcerated for gun crime.
34.
Plus one.
Young man shot and killed by gun violence in the last 8 years.
Since 2009.
50 black men incarcerated for gun crime. Since 2009, it is time to cut the line.